Ty, you obviously talked in here the other night that you were expecting to watch the film and see that there was going to be a lot of ways you could push the pace. Certainly seemed like you did that right out of the gate today. Just what did you kind of see in terms of opportunities that were going to be there, and what did you like about how you guys were able to create pace and get running and get started?
Yeah, I felt like in the fourth quarter last game we were a little bit more reactive than proactive. They got some guys who can just make some hellacious shots. And Cat and JB did that last game, and I felt like those were kind of like taking the air out of us. We were kind of sighing after everyone and walking the ball up. Today, we were just trying to keep focused on who cares. Let's get it in and let's run, go right back at them. They're going to make shots. Let's just keep going. So I thought we did a great job of just playing our way, the whole game, keeping pace in the game and just playing pacer basketball. So I thought we responded really well, which we've proven that we do after tough losses really all year and especially in these playoffs. So really proud of our effort as a group. And yeah, I got to watch this film, see where we can get better. I think there's still ways for us to get better. Again, they made some hellacious shots again today. OG made a big sidestep there on that left wing. Mikal made some big shots. Like when you play these guys, the game ain't over till it hits zero. So I thought we did a great job staying with it. And we just watch film, see where we can get better, and get ready for game 5.
So obviously Rick was just saying he doesn't want to talk too much about individual statistics, but 32, 15, 12, 4 steals and 0 turnovers. I mean, what makes you guys proud of just the completeness, I guess, of that game? What stands out to you about how you were able to put it all together on both ends?
Yeah, I was just trying to be aggressive, man. Just trying to play my best. I felt like I let the team down in game 3. Felt like I could have been so much better. So I felt like I responded the right way today. Just trying to be aggressive, take what the defense gives me. Felt like I was a little jittery, playing too fast. So just trying to calm myself down, especially in the half court and isolations and stuff. Trying to just settle down. And then just trying to find guys and just play the right way. Coach is always on me to rebound. Everybody's on me to rebound. So just trying to step up there, be the best I could. And, everybody's, boxing their guy out, especially Mitch Robinson, Josh Hart. They got so many guys who just crash the glass like crazy, sorry. And I'm just trying to come in and clean it up. And I thought I did a decent job at that. But, still a lot of ways for me to get better and us to get better as a group. So none of that's possible without, full team effort.
About one guy, Ben Mathurin, obviously comes up with 20.
Yeah.
Making a lot of the shots it seems like you guys want him to make, making the passes you want him to make as well. Just what did you like about his overall approach, how he kind of got past a couple tough games to start this series, and basically gave you the kind of offensive performance you guys wanted from him?
Yeah, I think he settled in. I think obviously this has been, he hasn't probably played the way he wants to this series. And we knew it would just take him to see one go in, and he made the mid-range jumper right right as soon as he got in the game for me there in the first quarter. Then had a kill cut, made a reverse layup. Just had to see the ball go in, and obviously he's a guy that we've preached. We really missed last year in the playoffs. That spark off the bench, and a guy like that comes in, gets 11 free throws, really aggressive for us, especially in his minutes, just playing the best to his ability. And I think coming in today, we didn't know what was going to be needed from him with Aaron's status, and I thought he did a great job of just responding, playing a great overall game, and really proud of him tonight. And we just got to keep it going.
Ty, if you could remove the numbers from it, where did that feel among the best games you've ever played, and what did it mean to do that with your dad back in the building?
Yeah, I mean, I don't. I'll look at that later and reflect on that at a different time. But I think for me, it's just about winning. I think I just want to be able to prove that I can respond when my back's against the wall, when our team's back is against the wall, and this is a big win for us because if we go back down there 2-2, it's probably a little different momentum wise. So felt like we responded the right way. I'm just really proud of our effort as a group, just trying to play the right way. And I felt like we did that for 48 minutes, and that's why we came away with the win. And, you can feel good about it for the night, but then you got to be ready to go for Game 5 because, their backs are against the wall. They're going to play as desperate as they can, as they should. They're going to come out and throw a punch and throw more punches, and we just got to be able to respond to those. So I'm really proud of our effort, and got to be ready to go next game.
Ty, according to some of the research people are doing, the most assists ever in a finals game, conference finals, without a turnover, and also the most combination points, rebounds, assists, steals with no turnovers in a game ever. Ever. What is that? Did you know that? And what is that like to do that?
I mean, no, I didn't know that. I feel like we making up stats at some point. to make me look better. But I think I'm just trying to play the right way, man. I just want to impact winning. Told you guys that for the last 2 years. I think after my third year and getting the big contract and now having to step into a new role, I think for me, it was just about how can I impact winning, and I'm just trying to do that to the best of my ability. We're building something special here. We're having a lot of fun with what we're doing, and I feel like I'm at the forefront of that along with a lot of these guys. So I'm just trying to play the right way and play the best of my ability. That's what it's about, and I feel like I did a good job today. But man, I feel like there's so many different opportunities for me to get better and for us as a group to get better and play better. So we'll take what we can from this game and just be ready to go for Game 5.
Okay. Hey, Tyrese. I know you said to TNT that having your dad back in the building had something to do with the big game tonight, but you guys blew through Cleveland, and then you're having a great series this one. I'm wondering if what went on with him, if that was tough for you, and just if there were some emotions about having him back in here tonight.
Uh, Emotions, no. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you guys here. Like, my dad is just fine. Like, he lives just fine. He's at the house watching the game in a beautiful home, or he's finds his way in some sports bar with a bunch of Pacer fans. My dad is doing just fine. I think there was obviously a lot of commentary around him, especially right after, which I think some was warranted. Some went a little too far, but I mean that's just sports. That's just sports, and that's just talking heads. What can you really do? But I don't think there's really any emotion to it. I just wanted to put on a good performance. I wanted to win the game. Obviously my dad being here is special. But I mean, growing up, like my dad was reffing a lot on the weekend, so he didn't get to come to many of my games growing up. So when he would come to my game, I want to play well. So with him being in the building, of course I wanted to play well. But I mean, we ain't gonna. I know we're saying free pops and pops is free, but he was not in jail. He happened to be in a very beautiful home, sitting very pretty watching NBA basketball. He's just fine. So, yeah, I was happy he was in the building. Obviously, Triple H was in the building. That might have been a little, I ain't gonna say it was more special, but Triple H being in the building was pretty fire too. And just obviously the excitement in the city, seeing all the former players coming out. G Hill, who played with me for a little bit. Danny Granger, he said it was like his first time back in Indy. That's special. That's special for me. J.O. in the building. Obviously, Reggie on commentary. It's special. And when you're winning, you can get people out the house to come watch you and support you, So that's really exciting. And it's an exciting time to be a Pacer fan and be a Pacer alumni. And we're just trying to, keep playing the right way and, playing the right way for our fans. I like the hat too, Joe. The hat's nice, man. Yeah, it's a nice hat.
Ty,
Nice.
Ty, you mentioned having some of the Pacer alum coming to the game. You had a steal, I believe, like the third quarter. You get up, you dap George Hill.
Yeah.
What does it mean to kind of be like that tether between what was old and what's now?
Yeah, I think I see G Hill as kind of like one of my vets. He was here with me for a little bit, and we do have constant conversation to this day. But you see Lance in the building. Steven Jackson was here the other day. Al Harrington, Roy Hibbert, DG, Reggie. I mean, all these guys are guys who, I've grown up watching, and so, when I got traded to the Pacers or just being a basketball fan, you think about all the guys who come before you, and they've, tried to help put this organization in a better place and they found it. And that's what I'm trying to do as well. And I know that might be cliche or might be weird because it's professional sports, it's professional sports. It's not college where it's the NBA, it's a business, right? But I do think the alumni being here is really special. I think that's really cool to see throughout our league. You see it there in New York as well with all their guys. So it's really cool because I think it's just basketball fans and just fans of the game. You want to see those guys come back, and it means a lot that we were able as a group to get DG out the house. I got to meet his kids. Jo was in the building. Just many guys who have come before me, and to get to put on that performance in front of them is special. And I think when you're winning, everybody wants to come out the house and be a part of it. So it's very special and it's a lot of fun for me.
To the no turnovers again, and obviously you've been a low turnover player. And Rick said you kind of just take pride in that. Just how much pride do you take in that, and just kind of when you operate with the ball as fast as you guys are playing, what does it take for you to not turn the ball over ever really?
Yeah, just trying to make the right play, man. I think my game is a little unorthodox I jump to pass probably more than anybody in the NBA. But I mean, I work on that stuff. That's how I've worked my whole life to play the game. So I take pride and take care of the ball. I feel like the more we take care of the ball as a team, the more opportunities we get to shoot the ball. I feel like the more shots we get in a game, the better opportunity we have to win. So I take pride in that. I'd rather do really anything else on a basketball court than turn the ball over. But I mean, there's some games that are good. There's some games that are bad. But I'm just trying to play the right way. And in a time like right now, I don't have time to second guess my game or anything. All that's out the window. It's about winning. And I feel like if I can take care of the ball, I put us in the best situation to win. And I feel like I did a good job of that today. But still, I feel like there's a lot of room for me to improve on my performance tonight. Really, us as a group, like we feel like we played well, got a big win, but we know there's a lot for us to get better at. And so we got to be ready to go Game 5. They're going to come out, a lot of energy. Energy in the building is going to be a lot of fun, and we got to be ready to go.